My name is Daphne Thompson, and I am the founder at Daphne Thompson Consulting. I assist entrepreneurs and business owners to break through of that entrepreneurial jail that we all tend to find ourselves into. You know that time when you had this amazing idea of how you can solve a problem or how you can assist the community in growing, and that idea started manifesting and you implemented it, and it just took over your whole life to a point where you now are living on your cell phone or on the laptop. You go on holidays and you're so preoccupied about what's happening on your laptop, the emails that came through, the text messages, that you completely miss the family time. Or that you are so caught up in everything that's happening that you never have enough time or money to do what you really want to do. That time in your business where your team is usually paid really well, but you still struggle. Remember, you are the most important person in your business. You took the risk to become an entrepreneur. You took the risk of actually breaking through of what everyone else is doing to start this amazing thing that you have. You need to be rewarded for that. That is the thing. And majority of entrepreneurs get stuck in this entrepreneurial jail where they never have enough time or never have enough money or never having enough of sanity or their time, that they're just busy, and life kind of passes them by. Now, I was there. I was one of them. I know exactly how that feels. I've been traveling the world. I started out in South Africa, then went to Japan for a year or so, then went to Texas, and now I'm in Canada. And in every country that I've been in, the destination doesn't matter. I was still the same person. I was still the one that was in Disney World and looking on my phone and constantly being on my laptop, missing rides because, an email came through. And then I started realizing how it affected my life, how it affected my business, how it affected my marriage. And I needed to make a massive decision on breaking through of that jail that I created for myself. Yes, I am the most important person in my business. Yes, I took the risk, and I needed to decide how I can be rewarded for that risk and for all that time and effort and money that I've put into it. So I've created a system to help other entrepreneurs break through that entrepreneurial jail. And that's what I do now. So if you want to be part of that, go to daphnethompson.com, and I'd love to chat to you about it. But today I want to talk to you about the importance of following up. A lot of entrepreneurs are thinking, just more leads and more sales and more all of this. There's only 4 ways that any business, anyway, can ever make money. The first thing is either you need to get more leads, right? Or you need to get more clients. Or you need to increase the frequency that your clientele purchases from you. Or you need to increase the profit that you make on each purchase of these people that are coming in. So these are the 4 ways that any business can ever make money. Either increase the leads, increase the clients that you have, increase the frequency that they purchase from you, or the profit margin that you make on them. That's the only way that you can ever make money. But how do you get there? There's a process that has to follow for people to get to that, right? Just like a normal human relationship. If you're thinking about a normal human relationship before COVID and before that, a normal human relationship still starts off if you walk into an environment and there's someone there, you see them, right? It's first eye to body, right? Then it is eye to eye. Usually it's hand to hand, or like hand to fist bump. Then it's usually hand to shoulder, hand to back. And that's kind of how the relationship grows, right? But there's steps that needs to be followed. When you've done this and you started chatting to people, the normal step is again, usually ask them, hey, this was really cool. Can I have your number? Now, every time you take a step in the normal human relationship, think how that converts into your business online, right? So where do people see you first? Well, they see you on Facebook, on Instagram, on LinkedIn, on YouTube, on webinars, on live events, that's where they see you. So that is the first tip. The next thing is, how do they engage with you? How do we start that chit chat when you just met someone? Is either through comments, likes, shares, right? That means that your content that you put out needs to be rather engaging for your specific clientele that fits your niche. Remember, there's a lot of similar businesses out there. There's a lot of business coaches, there's a lot of entrepreneurs, there's different businesses out there that do similar things, right? The only thing that really differs immensely is you. There's no one that can do things exactly the same way that you do. No one. There's no one that has your experience. There's no one like you, and there will never be anyone like you again. Therefore, there's a lot of people that are attracted to certain parts of the way that you do business, and that's your niche. Yes, the riches really are in the niches. Find your specific clientele and your niche that speaks to who you are, that you speak to them, that they find a relationship, even if it is online, but find a connection that resonates with the person that you want to attract, right? So that's kind of how they start engaging with you, through comments, likes, shares, right? Then you need to get them to actually subscribe. Now, in a normal human relationship, subscription part is where you go, hey, this was really cool. Can I have your number? Like, can we do this again? Can I have your number? Let's exchange numbers or email addresses or whatever the thing is. Now, the same process applies when you are online. You still need to get someone to go, I like this. I will give you my email address. So something like that would be a good value exchange, like a free ebook or a webinar or a discount if it's an e-commerce store, or an email address. What is the value that you can give to your clientele that is currently online in order to exchange for their email address or their contact details? You need that contact details in order to follow up. Because why? 60% of majority of sales are only made by the 12th follow-up. Okay. Now that you've got their contact details, now you want to communicate with them, right? Back to normal human relationship. The normal human relationship would then be like contacting them and saying, hey, let's go for a coffee. Let's watch a movie. Let's watch a game. Let's do something together, right? So on a normal business comparison to your normal human relationship, the logical next step would be, well, I do actually want to have some sort of conversation with you where there is an exchange happening. So now I've got the email address, their contact number. You'd like to have them to do something, to act on it. That is a conversion. So if it is to get on a sales call, if it is to download your ebook, if it is to subscribe to a membership, to make a small purchase, a low ticket item purchase online, whatever that next step is that you want your niche to buy into and to take that step, that would be in a conversion. Normally in a relationship, we're actually having coffee. We're actually doing, watching a game together. We're doing something together, because that creates excitement. We need our clientele, as well as the person that we want to build a relationship with, be excited about who we are and what we do. Because if they're excited about it, remember, all buying decisions are made on emotives. It is an emotive and emotional decision, buying decision. Not everyone needs an Apple MacBook Pro. You don't need it. You can go for a less expensive brand, but you want it. That is an emotional buy. Be careful that you never put whatever your ideas of what the value of the price is on someone else. You don't know what they value. You don't know what their perspective is. You don't know how they feel about a specific purchase, but it is your job to make them excited about that purchase. And that's where it is so important to have the follow-up in. Now we're back to the excitement part. When you've had a coffee with someone, you watched a game with them, it was amazing, you had fun, it is awesome. Now they're excited about it, they've had a first discovery call with you, they've maybe done a low ticket item purchase with you, you've had a call with them. Now the relationship and it's set for your core offering. What is the core offering that you have? So in a normal relationship, let's take it to the next level. Now, come meet my friends. Meet the rest of the guys. Or if it is, well, okay, well, we've hung around a bit now, let's actually make it official and date, right? Online, now I can give you a core offering if it is a membership or a higher ticket item, or if it is a subscription model, or if it is one-on-one coaching with someone. What is that core aspect that you can give to your specific niche after they're excited about you? Do not skip over that excitement phase. It truly is immensely important to have them excited about who you are and your offering. Because then we can start scaling them. The 4 ways of making money. Well, now you've already gotten leads. This is the process of your leads. Customers is the conversion stage. How can we increase the profit that we have on them? And this is also a part where follow-up comes in so importantly, because you can do this online. You can do this via email. Offer something else. What is the upsell that you can give to someone? What is even a downsell? If they're not going for the higher ticket item, what is a lower ticket item that you could offer them? How can you bundle certain products that you have or certain services that you have in order to increase the average value that they spend with you? What is the profit, the increase of profit that you can make? Now that's more where we go into business systems. How can we streamline our business with serious systems, get rid of operational debt, get rid of dead weight in your business? How can we lean that out to increase our profit, but without spending more time? That is the key of this part as well. How can we increase profit, but not spend more time in it, specifically if you're a solo entrepreneur? How do we do that? Also, we need to do that through follow-up. Because if they've gone through this process and they like working with you and they like spending time with you, that's usually when they start becoming your sales agents. So on a normal human relationship, this is the part where they go, oh my word, this is so amazing. I had such an amazing time. And they post on Facebook, on Instagram, everywhere about it. Look, we're at the game. Oh, look, we're doing this. That is the part where you want your clientele to get to. Oh, I just purchased this product. Oh, I just had this session with my amazing coach and it blew my mind. That's what you want, because then they become your sales agents and your advocates. How do we do this on an online basis? How do we do this through follow-up? So I want you to think about it. Is, let's say, I'm going to write my board here and I will show it to you when I'm done. All right, let's say our sales target for this month. Let's say it's $10,000 a month, right? 10 per month. Okay. Now we've got it on 10,000 a month. What is that per year? Well, that times 12 is 120. That's per annum. So our sales target is $120,000 per annum. All right, not too bad. But okay, that's our target. And if we left 60% of that on the table without following up, how much would that be? Okay, so take your calculators, take 120, times it by 0.6 for 60%. So 60%, that equals to 72,000. So on one annum, if you didn't apply follow-up within the structure that we're doing, how much money are you actually leaving on the table? Well, that's $72,000 that you're leaving on the table. That's like middle management's salary already that you're leaving on the table just by not following up. All right, well, let's take that by 5 years. Now you're still doing your practice, you're still earning up, you're still doing all this. So take your 72 times 5 years. That gives you 360. Are you ready to leave 360K on the table? What can you do with 360K? Who can you support? How can your business grow? Could you get your dream house with that? Could you get your dream car? Could you send your kids to college? What could you do with an additional 360K if you just follow up? So this is the importance of the follow-up. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to give you some steps to follow in order to have your follow-up system then. Remember, it takes about 12 steps. 12 steps to gain that additional 60% of sales that you could potentially leave on the table. So how do we do that? The first thing is we've had our discovery call now. We've had our chat with our people, and they are in this journey and they are excited about it. Now let's say they didn't convert on the call. What do? How's the follow-up going? So the first thing is usually straight after you've had the discovery call with someone, or they've made a small purchase but it's not long-term yet, you send them a thank you email. Hey John, thank you so much for your time today. I absolutely love having this conversation with you. As per our chat, your goals for this year, or how we set it, is X, Y, Z, and I'll be happy to assist you reaching the goal, because remember, in order for those goals to be reached, you would need guidance, and you need guidance from someone that's been there before. Thanks so much. Chat to you soon, Daph. Right? First follow-up, that's step one. Usually they do get a nice email back saying yes, that's good, or they ignore you, whatever the thing is. Next step. What you also need to do in your follow-up system is get a system that works with you and your personality. It is very, very important that you get a system that is sustainable for you. Remember, 360. What can you do with an additional $360,000? Keep that in mind, because if your why isn't big enough, you probably won't get there. That's the differentiating factor between someone that is actually putting in the extra effort by following up appropriately and those that don't. It's quite a big deal. Alright, so now you send your first follow-up email. Brilliant. There are ways that you can automate this. There's quite a few different CRMs that you can use in order to automate this. Put in reminders to do certain steps in your follow-up process in order for you to get that massive return on investment. All right? Be careful that when you do your automation, that it still sounds like you. You don't sound like me. We don't use the same wording. Use the wording that is organic to you, that just comes naturally to you. If you curse, put that in your follow-ups. If you speak in a different manner, use the words and mannerisms in your writing that sounds like you, because whatever the follow-up is, for people not to feel like they are being spammed or being just in a cycle, they need to sound like you. And after the first call, or after the first encounter with you, that process needs to continue. Like I said, yes, you can create evergreen content that you can automate on an ongoing basis so that it still carries on. My personal follow-ups is currently a year long. So minimum of 12 touch points in order to get that additional 60%. Your first one, follow-up email. Great, we've got our follow-up email. It is amazing. They say yes, thank you after the first thing. Next step is, what are the things that you usually communicate with your community? Invite them to a WhatsApp group? Do you invite them to your Facebook group? What is another community-based group that you can invite them to so that you do know that you can nurture them within your group? So, follow-up email, invite them to your community. If you don't have a community, start one now. Okay? Next step is, right now you've got them in your community. What is another follow-up email that you get? Hey John, I haven't heard from you in a few days. Tell me, just checking in, how's things going? I want to make sure that you got my previous email. Whenever you write to someone, make sure that it is always 80% value, 20% sales. 80% value can look like, I recently wrote this blog and I really like your input on this. What do you think? This article, I know that it fits with what your goals were. I know that it fits with where you want to go this year. So when you do have these authentic relationships with your specific clientele and your specific niche, it does become easier to automate and to create evergreen content that will fit to their interest. Make sure that it is to their interest. It is massively important, their interest. So now we've got it. Let's recap. Follow up straight after that you had the meeting or the call with them. We invited them into a community. We sent in a value-based email afterwards, right? The next one after that could be an offer. Hey, John, I still haven't heard from you. I just want to make sure that you actually got this. Remember, I have this amazing offer that if you pay upfront this year for the coaching, you'll get 20% discount. I really don't want you to miss out on this. I know that this will assist you in getting to where you need to be with your business, or whatever the case might be. But that's it. So try to, if you don't put it in an email where it's 80% value, 20% sales, you can have one value email and an offer. Next one could be something like just value again, and then the offer. All right? Make sure that you do have that ratio difference. Next thing is, have you connected with them on LinkedIn? So that's another touch point. How can you connect with them on LinkedIn? Make sure that you follow them on LinkedIn. Okay? Comment on their posts. Why is that important? Because you are top of mind. Every single time that you have made a comment on their post, they get notified. Yes, I know, Daph is here. Yeah, I know. Usually what happens in those situations is that it's a different platform. You've notified them on a different way. Is that you get a text or something back. Hey, Daph, yes, I'm still busy with it. I will get back to you. Awesome. Thanks so much. Because what you're creating now is you're still creating value for your clients on their profiles. Okay, so that's LinkedIn. Shoot them on their birthdays, an inbox message. Hey, happy birthday. Build relationships on them. It is exceptionally important that you remember to add value to their content. Okay, that's LinkedIn. Facebook, did you friend request them? Did you like their page? Again, did you comment on their stuff? Did you add value to them? Never just like it. Never just like the content of your target audience. If you're in a coaching business or in a service-based interest, always add value. Make sure that you speak to whatever they are listening from. If they put a post on about a service offering that they're rendering, or if they put a post on, even if it is about their kids or whatever the thing is, people do funny things, always add value. Write something that adds value to them. If it is, my example, if it is just a other entrepreneur that is pushing their brand, comment. I love seeing people that are reaching their goals. I love people breaking through the entrepreneurial trail. Congratulations, John. You're doing a phenomenal job. Add value. Alright? Next thing, same thing with Twitter. If you don't have a Twitter account, it's fine. You don't have to be on Twitter on all these platforms. You don't have to be there, but you do need to be on the platforms where you feel comfortable with and that you can manage it. But all of this forms part of the follow-up process. Alright, so now we've done them on follow-up email with a certain series of emails afterwards that is a combination of offerings and value based on their interest and based on what you were selling. Then we have our social media platforms that we have connected with them, or we friended them, or we are following them on Instagram. We are sending them valuable content and comments on their posts. And then yes, of course, send them an inbox again when it is their birthday, for example. LinkedIn and Instagram, LinkedIn and Facebook have got this phenomenal little thing when it notifies you when it's someone's birthday. That is a conversation starter. Next thing is on LinkedIn, they also have these other things, like someone viewed your profile. That's a conversation starter. Hey John, thanks so much for viewing my profile. I haven't heard from you in a while. Are you ready to get on a quick call again? Cool. If they've upgraded in their person, like if they had a work anniversary. Hey John, congratulations on another year at your job. How's your plans coming to actually take the leap of your own entrepreneurial business? These are all conversation starters that you need to be able to use in order to do the follow-up after the call that you have had with this person to create excitement. Think about it in a normal human relationship again. If you've gone out on a date or just an awesome experience with someone and you don't hear from them afterwards again, does anything happen? Is there a conclusion? Does the relationship move on? No, it fizzles out. The same thing with your follow-up in your business. When you've created content with someone or you've had a meeting, you need to follow up. Text messages. You got their contact number. Well, send them a text. Hey, just checking in, making sure that you're good. How's your business goals going? Have you reached it? Alright, what's the next step? So now we've combined things. Have you given them a call again? Voice notes. Small video stuff. Take a small video of you. Video Ask is a very nice tool as well. It is free for certain businesses where you can literally send people some videos in a quiz-based format that they can fill out, and you can answer the quizzes that you've taken out in video format. Send a small video on the inboxes. Send a voice note. Do not overstep or underestimate the value of personal connection with people still. Because what we're doing now is we're creating 12 touch points after a follow-up so that you get your additional 360K. That's what we're doing. And it can be systemized. You can create this in an evergreen manner. Just don't maybe use the first name. That's a way that you can evergreen it. That it is continuously used over and over. You can pass this on to some of your VAs to do for you because the content is already given and has been proven. The one thing that I do just strongly suggest is before you hand all of this information over to a VA or to an assistant or anything like that, or even a company that might do this on your behalf, is that you've tested it. You personally had to go in and test the follow-up and see what works for you specifically well. What type of wording works for you. You are the one that knows your business the best. No one else knows it like you. No one else loves your business the way that you do it. So you need to test it, and then you can hand it over. Make sure that you understand exactly what is your niche and how they like to respond to. Are they lovey-dovey responders? Are they funny? Do they like jokes? Can you include that in your communication with them? Are they straight shooters, straight to the point? Are they driver types? Do they not care about how much time it is? They just want to know about money. It's going to cost them what the result is. You need to know how your audience responds to certain things, and then you can hand it over. Knowledge is absolute power. Create a system that is at least 12 touch points after the follow-up for you to have success in your business. Incorporate all the social platforms that you are in. Make it personal. Connect with them on LinkedIn. Send them a friend request. Follow them on Instagram. If they're on TikTok, follow them on TikTok. Send them direct messages. Key aspect. Comment on their post. Add value to their post. Make sure that you are noticed by them. Send them the follow-up emails. Have a variation of your actual offering and value. 80-20, 80% value, 20% offering. Make sure that you actually get on the phone, call them. Put reminders on your CRM or on your calendar whenever you've had a conversation with someone to remind you on the next day or the next task that you need to do to that person or for that person to build your 12-step follow-up system in an organic manner. Put reminders on. Create a system that works for you. Send them the text messages. Give them the phone calls. Send them the voice notes. Do a quick video. Send them the emails. Send them every possible way that you can create a follow-up with a person that is a authentic, personalized manner. Do it. You do not want to miss out on 360K just because of the follow-up. Thank you so much for joining me today, guys. I really hope that you found massive value out of this training. The follow-up is massively important. Do not miss out on that. 12 follow-ups, statistically wise, in order to gain an additional 60% of the sales that you've encountered. Thank you so much. My name is Daphne Thompson, and I'd love to hear from you guys. Check out my website, daphnethompson.com, and I have a free ebook that shows you how I've been able to 8x businesses in only 12 months So if you want to grab hold of that, it's a free ebook on my website, daphnethompson.com.